About to do another live tutorial right now. I don't even know if it's a live tutorial. Just gonna be installing some parts, finishing up this KLX300R. Pretty much got everything done. Got the valve cover back on with the new valve cover gasket, some new rubbers, O-rings on the cam chain tensioner. Parts just finally came in, so go ahead and put on some new tires. Got a new air filter. Gonna go ahead and fix up this throttle setup right here, relocate this switch to this side of the handlebars, and put on a new throttle tube. So, yeah, let's see what we can do. All right. All right, sweet. Here we go. All right, guys, so we got some new parts here. I'm gonna go ahead and replace the throttle tube, clutch lever, put some new grips on, kill switch. Oh, battery's tripping. Gonna go ahead and put on some new parts. We're gonna put on a new throttle tube, grips, kill switch, relocate the light switch, and we have a new clutch lever as well. Got these Renthal dual grip. Feels pretty nice. I had to wait a little bit longer just to get the green ones. They didn't have these in stock with most of the other stuff. Like kill switch wasn't in stock, had to be ordered, but these are some of the better parts I'd like to put on this bike, instead of putting like just Chinese parts, I'd like to put, more name brand aftermarket parts from the motorcycle industry to make this a good project. All right. So first things first, let's kind of take off this throttle tube right here using our Phillips. Okay. Let's split that. All right. So this is the old tube. Don't really have much to go off of for comparison. Yeah. Looks like they're about the same. Just one significantly shorter. So this is going to be an improvement for the customer here. All right, like that. And probably remove this kill switch or this light switch too. Looks like it's a 8mm. Get this out of the way. Looks like it's kind of broken. All right, boom. Relocate that in a little bit, probably underneath the bar pad. Just put that out of the way for right now. So it gives us a little bit more access. Maybe we'll even kind of move this out of the way, front brake master cylinder, and give us a little bit more room here to work with our throttle. Okay, so we have a new throttle tube. And I like to put a little bit of grease on the cable ends here. Just a little bit of grease kind of helps keep them lubed up so they don't get stuck. Okay, very nice. Then we can go ahead and kind of put the throttle tube on first. Let's see, then put this bottom cable through. Okay. Then put in this plastic guide piece here. now put that in there and kind of slip this cable over. Boom. And you want to make sure the cable's in the guide. There we go, very nice. Make sure our cables are straight. Cool, cable routing looks good all the way up. No major twist. So we could pretty much put our tube right there. And I usually go just like a 1/16 of an inch off. So basically if our throttle tube, put some screws in to kind of hold it in place. Okay, so loosen that one. So say if that's fully seated, I'll just kind of back it off like a 1/16. That might be a little too much. Like right there. Go ahead and snug them down. Kind of torque the top one first, and then the lower bolt second. All right, very nice. So that's that. Very nice. A little bit of play in the throttle. So what I'll probably do is put a little bit of, take the plate down here out of the throttle cable adjustment on the carburetor and leave it so you can make a more, like fine-tune and adjustment up here. Let's see, that should kind of don't want like maybe like right there that way, so if you crash the lever doesn't get immediately broken off. But I think that looks good, so we'll go ahead and tighten those up. Looks like a 10mm. So we'll just kind of get this jam nut, just kind of tighten that up there. Let's see, did that do anything to our throttle? No, still feels good. You can see there's a little bit of play in it. So what I actually want, hold on, is this way. So we'll turn this one in. Kind of keep that one loose just a little bit. Kind of turn that one in and see where we're at. It's a little bit more. Then we can go ahead and put 2 wrenches on it and kind of tighten them both up. I'll hold the one on the top and tighten this jam nut right here. All right, very nice. And then same thing on this one, on the return cable. Just tighten down that top nut. Okay, nice and tight where it needs to be. Not too much play, just a little bit right where it needs to be. Come up here, tighten this one. Okay, and then you can see there's like another jam nut. This would be like your fine adjustment here, and I kind of like how that is. We can just back it off just a little bit, and you'll feel if you go too tight on this to try to take all the play out, sometimes your throttle will get stuck. But we cleaned everything, lubed the cables. We're not really having that issue right here, so we can go ahead and get it to about 3:30 seconds of play, and that should be good. Go ahead and tighten both these up. 10mm. Okay, very nice. Then slide our cover on there, and then boom, we got a good reference now for our front brake master cylinder. Go ahead and tighten up the top. Oh, it looks like that one's already loose, so we'll go ahead and tighten up the bottom one. All right, very nice. So maybe we could even, it's pointing a little down. Let's see if we can go up just a little bit more. Looks like it's kind of hitting the throttle cables a little bit, so might be kind of where it sits is where it sits, unless you want to go down lower. But I'm thinking that should be good. So now for this light switch here, could probably have done something like that. That probably would have been better. So we'll actually, oops, loosen this back up again, so I can create a little bit of a gap. Okay, kind of sneak that through. And thinking, go ahead and loosen this up. Let's see. Looks like this is broken. I'm not even sure if it's going to work. Maybe. Might work. Kind of tight. Probably throw like another zip tie. Take the slack out of that a bit. I think that should be good, like right there. Yeah, you can put like another zip tie, like right there to kind of hold it. And our front brake, kind of tying up the top one first. All right. And tighten the bottom one. All right, cool. Here's the light switch. I think it would normally be facing in the upwards position, but this will be a little bit easier for the customer. Maybe take his hand off momentarily, try to turn that on. But the whole purpose was to get a full throttle tube length because the last one was missing. So now I'm going to go ahead and install some grips. Some nice ones. And the way I like to do this, I'm using some JB Weld, Super Weld. This is just, super glue. Kind of drop a little bit in there. Trying to make sure it gets towards the bottom of the tube. Okay, very nice. Then just kind of spread it around a little bit. And there's two tubes to this here. You want to make sure you're putting the right one on. So One's smaller, one's larger. This is going to be the grip side. So we'll go ahead and cut off the original grip really quick. It won't slide off. Okay, old grip off. Kind of clean that up just a tad bit. All right, about as good as it's gonna get. So what I do is I'll put a little bit of same thing, a little bit of grip glue. Okay, so got a decent amount of grip glue now, and we already put some on the inside here. Nice. And then the icing on the cake is a little bit of carb clean. Carb clean, for whatever reason, kind of makes it go on easier. Like that. Oh. Kind of bleed the air out of it. Okay, nice. So with the carb clean and the grip glue, this thing right here will become permanent. Very nice. And it also helps it get it on very easily. Okay. Very nice. Cool. All right, that should be permanent here pretty soon. Hopefully put enough grip glue on it. Pretty sure I put enough grip glue. All right. And same thing, we have the throttle tube. Let's put a little bit of glue in there. All right, then I kind of twirl it around, kind of spread it. Okay, then same thing on the throttle tube side. We'll go ahead and put a little bit of grip glue. All right, cool. All right, that should be enough. Then a little bit of carburetor cleaner. A little bit on the inside of the tube. And then basically slip this thing on. Oop. Spin it around really quick. The carb cleaner kind of gives you a couple extra seconds to work it before the glue dries. All right. Very nice. And it doesn't look like it went anywhere. This type of throttle tube right here, the glue will just press it up against the flange, and you shouldn't have to worry about any grip glue getting inside the throttle assembly, which is very nice. And then within a couple seconds here, this should be pretty much permanent. We come to this one. Looks like it's still just a little wet. That's the thing. When you have the carb clean, you gotta wait for the carb clean to dry out fully. And this is also a knurl den. Sometimes those knurl dens don't really get like good traction. You also have to put like wire ties on it in order to hold it down. But yeah, no, that's all the way on. I'm pretty sure once it dries, it should be good. How's this one feel? Yeah, pretty much almost there. Wait for it to fully dry. Very nice. Okay, trash. Oh, bunch of trash. Just slamming bikes. 'Tis the season. Dora Newberry. Howdy, how's it going? CJX667. Howdy, how's it going, guys? Working on this bike life. And Dora Newberry, appreciate the super chat. I want to say that's the first one that I've gotten on my live stream. So I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Are you a rider yourself or just here for the content? Watch some random guy on YouTube cranking away on dirt bikes. Oh, kind of nice. I like these green grips here. They kind of accent the bike just a little bit. Let's see, we're about 20 minutes in, so it took us about 20 minutes to put on grips and a new throttle tube. That's pretty cool. Nice, very nice. Like that. So now I think I'm going to go ahead and replace the kill switch. That's pretty straightforward and easy. While I have the gas tank off, pretty much runs right here. So it looks like this one uses a ground, and then it has a, let's see, it's like a male terminal. So let me see this one right here. This one supposedly is for a Kawasaki too. Let's see here. Burp. Yep, bike life. All right, grip glue. Oh no, this one's perfect. This one's set up. I don't have to modify it. It comes with a male bullet end and a ground ring, so I can go ahead and just attach it. I don't have to do any splicing and crimping, which is very nice. That's kind of why I wanted to order this, because then it just saves me the extra step instead of having to, it wouldn't have taken me that much more, but if I can buy it pre-made, that's usually the best way to do it. It's more professional, helps the customer out, easier for me. All right, let's see where we're at. Bike life. All right, cool. Let's see, need a Phillips here. Got a little Phillips. Let's see what size is that. That looks like an 8mm. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and replace the kill switch here. This kill switch wasn't working. I wasn't able to turn off the bike after I turned it on, so I'm hoping after I replace this, it'll fix it. But we'll start off with moving this 8mm bolt here, which, oh crap. GoPro battery just died. 1 second. All right, I am back. I go grab another GoPro battery. All right, cool. All right, let's go ahead and replace the kill switch. Cut off these old wire ties here that hold on the old kill switch. Oh yeah, no wonder why that's probably why it wasn't working. It's completely busted. Cool, so customer definitely needed a new kill switch. So after I fixed it and got it running for him, now he can turn it off whenever he likes to. So that's the nice thing. Now you have to like stall it out or something. All right, cut that one off. And pretty easy routing. All right. Finish taking off this 8mm bolt. That holds on quite a few grounds, so you want to make sure that you get them all put back in place. There's one there. There we go. We can take our old kill switch out. Go ahead and route our new one. Kind of something like that. I'll put it over the top. Yeah, we'll kind of put over the top like that. And then this. Now we got our grounds here. Looks like there's 3 grounds, and then it goes through the spark plug coil or ignition coil. Once you get that, go ahead and tighten down the 8mm bolt. Very nice. Okay, cool. And then we can go ahead and plug in our male bullet connector and kind of tuck that in. That's pretty much it. This goes up here. Kill switch. Very nice. Factory aftermarket kill switch. All right, we'll attach one of these brackets. Let's try to actually install it from the top side here. So it says engine stop on the bottom. Boom. Get one of those in. It looks like I'm going to have to take this off all the way. Yeah, still too much clamping force. Sometimes put on a kill switch can be a little tricky. There we go. Press that into place. And very nice. Now we just got to put our little nut back on. And sometimes it's easier. Oh, no, got it. Okay. Now we can go ahead and screw that. Okay, and we'll move it if we need to. But basically, wire is going to go right across the perch clamp, and then we'll tuck it on the front side of the bars here, and then run it down. Should only need about 2 zip ties, one right here and one right there. make it kind of fancy. Okay. Place one zip tie right here. Boom. Kind of like that. Right. And we'll put another one right here. Very nice. Okay. And that is our kill switch. So I'm sure if I turn on the bike now, I can hopefully shut it off. Okay, I feel like there was one other thing. Right here. So we have our clutch lever. Brand new OEM clutch lever. Not too much more expensive than buying like a aftermarket one either. So it looks like that's a 10 millimeter. Save time by using an impact. Okay. Boom, that's our old one. These threads are a little gaffed up here. I kind of want to put a little bit of grease on that. Okay. And one other thing is I'm going to go ahead and shoot some oil into it. So I got this cool little cable lubing tool. Kind of goes on like that. Fully seat it, and then you just tighten these down. All right, and this thing works great. Just take the tip here, place it inside the hole. I think I'm running low. There we go. And you kind of just spray it till it starts to drip out. It should be quite a bit. Okay. Then just take it off. What this tool does is it should have forced oil down into that cable there to kind of lube up the clutch cable. So now we can go ahead and take our new one. I'll put just a little bit of grease on the cable end on this side too. Just a little bit of grease. Place that in there. Oh, almost forgot one other thing. Our adjuster here, this was kind of gaffed up, so I'm going to put a little bit of grease on that too, just so it doesn't mess anything up. Go ahead and thread that in all the way. And with grease, it goes in a lot better now. Lube fixes everything. Bam, just like that. Take our bolt. Kind of wipe off the threads and the surface here. We'll put a little bit of fresh grease. Okay. Then we can go ahead and reinstall our bolt. Okay. right. Take our nut that we had. I don't know if this is the right hardware right here, but it seems to be working. So now the clutch is a little loose, and we want to leave it so you could use this as the fine adjustment here. So we're going to go ahead and make a coarse adjustment. And let's see, not down there. Looks like right here. So we're going to need two 10mm wrenches. You come to the right hand side of the bike, right where the radiator is. You can see that there's these jam nuts. Let's go ahead and crack those loose. There you go. And then once you crack them loose, you should be able to thread them by hand. It's a little tight. Ooh, maybe not. I got to use a wrench. I think that's doing something there. Looks like it's kind of moving it. Okay. Let's see, did that even make a difference up here? Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of starting to pull on it. So I'll go just a little bit more. Let's see, how's that? I think just a little bit more. Still a little loose. The goal is to get it to probably about, on a used clutch cable and stuff like that, probably around like an 1/8 to 3/16 of an inch in adjustment or free play at the clutch cable. Yeah, I think these nuts are just kind of seized. Probably help if I sprayed a little bit of oil. Probably speed things up a little bit. There we go. Boom. Look at that. Yep, lube fixes everything. Got a problem, just put some grease in it. Still can't do it by finger. Still too tight. Let's see. A lot closer. I think I like that right there. So we'll go ahead and tighten up these nuts here. So we'll go ahead and this bottom jam nut, go ahead and butt that up against the longer one up on top of it. Okay, cool. So main or coarse adjustment on the clutch cable. That's good. Come here. See, there's just a little bit of play, and then now we can go ahead, just do a little bit of a fine. That's maybe just a little too tight. That should be good, just like that. Oh, looks like I just pulled the cable end in. Oh, wasn't fully seated. Oh no. I gotta fully back that out again. Hold on. Let's see, how am I there? What the heck is it doing? Is there something going on with the clutch? It's like super duper loose. Let's see here. I'd probably speed this up if I did this. Nope. That's kind of smashed in a little bit. Let's see. There we go. Boom. Just a little bit extra room. There we go. Yep. Any day now. Let's see where I'm at. A little bit of a difference. Dang. I wonder if there's a problem with the clutch. I did tell him I did feel like there was an issue with the clutch just by looking at the bike because of how tight this clutch cable was originally. But I won't find out until I actually ride the bike if it's going to need a clutch or not. It's kind of hard to tell with the bike just sitting. And we just barely got it running too, so that's the other thing. Nope, still not there. Yeah, it needs a lot more. Let's see. I just moved this about damn near almost half an inch. Almost there. Kind of like that right there. That's not too bad. Watch, the clutch is going to be burnt out, and I'm going to have to replace the clutch because the customer is going to approve it, of course. And I'm going to have to readjust this clutch cable when I put on a new clutch. So I just spent this 15 minutes adjusting this clutch for the YouTube, I guess. Yeah, good times. Or who knows? I don't know. Maybe the clutch will be perfectly fine, and we can go ahead and get this thing picked up and out of here and get it paid for. Because as much as I like fixing bikes, I like getting paid too. Let's see if I can get this. Come on. Okay, there's the top one. There we go. All right, boom. And then don't forget to put our screw. Nice. All right, guys, so I had adjusted almost about 1/2 inch on the coarse adjuster on the clutch cable. Now that that's good, see, we got about a 1/4 inch of play. And go ahead and just snug that up just a little bit. And that's about as much play as you're going to want. It's about 3/16 of an inch, and that's solid. All right, so assuming this clutch is good, hopefully that's all it needs right there. Just the basic clutch adjustment. My hands are getting dirty. Don't want to dirty up our new grips. Okay. See what's going on in the chat. Battery 10%. Battery's about to die. No. There we go. Dirt Road Rambler, good stuff. It's about time to find some good tech stuff. Yeah, I do a little bit of everything. Just trying to get this KLX right here finished up. If you would have watched my other videos, I think on this one right here, we showed doing the carburetor, JD jutting install, valve adjustment. Just showed you guys right now installing new grips. Nice, I like that. Oh yeah, that feels solid now. Shouldn't have to worry about that coming off. Okay. Yeah, that feels pretty solid too. Nice. Okay, and then I got the clutch. Clutch is good now. Throttle's good. Light switch, kill switch. Let's see. Valve cover gaskets. Air filter. It's time for the air filter. We already cleaned all this up. I think that was like one of the last things I needed to do. So I think I have some parts down here. All right, new air filter. All right, I'm going to run this till the battery dies. Only got 10% left anyways. 10%, and then no moss. And I'm going to go charge it, and then we'll go ahead and cut back, and I'm going to fire this thing up and do an oil change on it. But this is the air filter right here. I'm going to put some gloves on. Actually, let's save these. These are my good gloves. And some slightly used gloves right here. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and replace the air filter. It looks like this one right here comes pre-oiled from the factory, which is really nice. And we could probably put just a little bit more oil on it if we want to. But here's the original. Go ahead and pull that out. Nice clean air box. And then we're just going to take this right here. Right, boom. Look at that. Wipe that down. Not too bad. Looks like somebody already cleaned this. I guess if we wanted to, we could probably put a little bit more oil on it. I mean, it does have oil, but you know, Kawasaki's probably a little skimpy with oil. So let's see if I got some good oil here. All right, Fab 1. Let's see if I can do this without making a mess. All right, and just take that, kind of work it in. Try to wear gloves when doing this. These oils are not good for your health. Try to work in a well ventilated area. Ooh, it's slippery. I like it when it's slippery. Okay. Just going to put a little bit extra oil for good measure. It's okay, it's not going to hurt anything. It's just going to suck up more dirt, water, keep that intake and carburetor and valve train nice and clean. The cleaner your air filter and the better fuel you use, the less valve adjustments you have to do. It's a crappy fuel and a poor condition air filter, which usually leads to valve wear. All the dirt and particles that are in the fuel, usually it kind of like acts like sandpaper. It kind of polishes the cuts or angles that are in the valve. And most of these bikes have 3, 4, 5 different angle cuts in the valve, face and the seat. So if you're to not change the air filter like you're supposed to, um, you'll prematurely wear your valve train, or it'll be kind of obvious too. You'll have to do more periodic valve adjustments. Okay, make sure the air filter goes over the lip here. And some people like to grease it. I'm not going to. Just going to put more oil. Bam, look at that. Trust me, it's good. It'll also make it easier when it comes to your next time trying to service this. If you have a bunch of grease all over it, it just makes it hard. Most of these newer bikes, from the early 2000s, have a pretty good air box and air filter sealing design. So as long as you have the original air filter, it's a good condition, properly lubed, you shouldn't have to worry about very much going crap bypassing the air filter. What will cause an air filter to start sucking in dirt through the sides is once this media here starts to become clogged or filled up, basically it restricts airflow, and there's a lower pressure on this side of the air filter from the engine sucking, a higher pressure here. So that air is going to find any way it wants to, and it's usually through the sides here. So keeping that oiled, some people put grease. That's what happens when the air filter starts to get dirty. It'll start to actually suck through the sides because this actually gets so clogged. So that's the importance of maintaining your air filter and prolonging your engine life. So now, go ahead and do that. Should have the bolt here, and then the only thing it was missing was a washer. So I should have a new washer for it. Right here. Have a new washer. And that's pretty much going to get installed like that. Go ahead and slip this in here. Very nice. Okay. You can see there. All right. Just kind of screw that in. Very nice. Now our customers shouldn't have to worry about any dust or dirt getting sucked into their engine. It's going to be nice, clean air, got a properly oiled air filter, and once it kind of absorbs and saturates it, it'll be fine. And it's okay if you have a little bit extra oil. It's going to help if you're in like really dusty, muddy, or watery conditions. This oil right here will repel water that gets sucked up into the air box, and it'll also help allow, the little particles of dust to stick to it instead of getting sucked through. All right. These gloves are freaking, ooh, it's like JY Jelly or whatever it's called, KBY. That's actually a Ford brand. We'll save this, see if the customer wants his air filter back. Save that for him. Put that in his box of goodies. Let's see. We'll save his clutch lever for him too, just in case he wants that back. And what else do we got here? We got spokes. So we got to do spokes. Let's see, finish up this air box. So after this air box, I think we'll put on the gas tank. And yeah, we're definitely going to fire this thing up before it gets too late here. So finalize that. I'll kind of wipe off this extra oil here. Very nice. Okay. Boom. That goes like that. Okay. Oh no. Oh. All right. Put this one in. All right. Sweet. Go ahead and dry those, and these are fucking dirty. There's my little extension. Here we go. Okay. Take a 10 millimeter, just kind of lightly seep them down. Okay. Then I'll finish tying them off by hand. Okay, and that should be pretty much it. Airbox is secure and put together, nice and clean. Carburetor's in. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Kill switch, grips, throttle tube, set up nice. Clutch adjustment. Okay, let's go ahead and take a break, come right back, and we'll go ahead and finish this up. Holy cow, guys. I think I need to take a little break again here. Going hard. All right, guys, I'll be right back in about, we're an hour into the stream. I'm going to do that oil change, and then we'll see. I got to do some tires too. I don't know, maybe you guys want to watch me struggle putting on some tires. So I'll be right back. Give me about 20-30 minutes. So I'll probably be back, I don't know, maybe around 8:30, 9 o'clock. If you guys want to watch me fire this thing up and put some tires on it. Thanks for watching. And once again, Dora Newberry, I appreciate the super chat. Very nice. All right, guys, be right back.